that you're going to get for this. The amenities that they're going to give your group. So, what's an amenity? Amenity can be, in the case of a cruise, a free liquor package, which can be upwards of $1,400 for a cabin. That's significant. It could be a free cocktail party, which includes liquor and hors d'oeuvres, hot and cold. It could be a group photo package. It could be money toward excursions. It could be money onboard credit that you can use for shopping or gambling or whatever you want to use it for. So there are lots of amenities. Then the other piece of it is you get an opportunity with a group to get free cabins, rooms, or berth. Let's talk about what a berth is. A berth is one bed in a cabin. And cruise lines base their model on two people in a cabin. So for groups, they offer you one berth, that's one person credit per every so many. And most cases is for every 15 people, the 16th person is free. So it takes 32 people for you to get one free cabin, so to speak, if you're looking at a total cabin. They give it to you in terms of credit. So you can use that credit toward, like if you have a minister or a priest or a group leader that, is part of your organization that you want them to be able to go free, you could put that toward their cabin or their room. And keep in mind, a lot of times you may still have to pay tax on that, but it's minimal, $100, $200 in comparison to maybe $1,000. And so you can't negotiate that usually. It's usually what it is. So for a cruise, it's 1 for 16. For hotel rooms, it's usually 20, 1 for every 20. Sometimes they do promotions, and the cruise lines will come out and say, we've got a promotion going on where we'll say for every 10 people, the 11th person is free. Or hotels will say for every 10, the 11th room is free. So, in fact, Sandals has a deal where if you go in the fall, because that's their low season, for every, it's 1 for every 6. So for every 6 rooms you book, you get a free room. That's incredible because usually it's 1 for 12 or 1 for 20. So, when you're thinking about booking your group, look at if the time of year matters for when you get the best amenities and the best benefits for your group. So I went into a lot more detail than I planned on, but that's those things that you need to look at. So if you're looking at schools, charities, nonprofits, religious organizations, sports teams, hospitals, conferences, social groups, clubs, family reunions, weddings and honeymoons, not so much, and more. Not only does your group receive excellent value, but you also earn complimentary trips, like I said, and you get the ability to earn money for the organization. So fundraising with travel is not for nonprofits. Most of the time, they want to see the 501c3, which is in the United States, the documentation that says you have been recognized by the IRS as a legitimate nonprofit. In those particular cases, you can earn money as their members already provide their organization support, and you take an annual vacation. You can support your organization with a vacation to support them. And then the cruise line, not only are you giving money back, but the cruise lines in a lot of cases will donate up to a certain amount back to the organization as well. So they match they kind of match what you're getting. So instead of $25 per person, you'll get $50 per person that will go toward the nonprofit. Fundraising with travel with associations, unless they have a 501c3, the other piece may not apply. But there is a way for you to do that because you're getting a discount on the travel because you're a group. You can add some funds to the price of the trip, and then that particular money will then come back to the organization or the association that you're raising money for. Also, in our case, a lot of times when we're doing fundraising through travel with organizations, we donate a percentage of our commission back to the organization as well. So keep that in mind. So that, you get two ways that you can earn money with the group when you go through Peaks, Cruises, and Tours. And then how it works, I kind of explained how it works. If you bring 100 people on a cruise, you'll earn 6 berths, right? Berths or free berths or cabins at a value of $1,000 each. That's $6,000 total. You receive free hotel rooms within your group when you book a certain number of rooms. And then the other piece of it is those free berths, cabins, or rooms that you earn. One, you want to make sure that your group leader gets a free room first and foremost, and that if there are any significant elders or people of importance within the organization that you want taken care of, those people get their free room and berth. And after that, if you've got free berths that your organization is earning, you can auction off those free opportunities. So that's a third way of making money. And then Peaks Cruises and Tours will donate a portion of their commission to the organization as well. So if you're interested in finding out more about fundraising through travel, I would love to speak to you. Like I said, we can do a presentation to your group via Skype or Facebook or something like that if we need to do it with decision makers, because they don't know me, they don't listen to me, but you do. I would love to do that if that's an opportunity. And like I said, you don't have to use me, but you'd be smart to use me because you'll make more money. And I would love to I'd love to see more people using this opportunity right now. I would. So when I get back from my next break, we'll talk a little bit more about travel news and travel trends this week and, some of the advantages of traveling as a group. This is Karen Duncan, your bucket list buster. I shall be back in a minute.
If you like the sound of vacationing at a 5-star luxury included resort, Sandals has a symphony of romantic indulgences just for you. Sandals hits all the right notes for two people in love. Miles of pristine beaches harmonize with beautiful turquoise seas. Love Nest suites are orchestrated with private plunge pools and tranquility soaking tubs for two. The tempo increases with unlimited land and water sports, including scuba diving and golf. Your taste buds are treated to a rhapsody of 5-star global gourmet dining at up to 16 world-class restaurants, including endless pours of premium spirits and wine, music to anyone's ears. From live entertainment to taxes, tips, and transfers, it's all included, all unlimited, and only at Sandals, the world's only 5-star luxury included resorts, voted world's best 21 years in a row.
You're listening to your Bucket List Buster with Karen Duncan.
Welcome back to your Bucket List Buster. Karen Duncan here, your host. Woo, I was about to really stress out. Technology is not my forte, and I got a new computer a few weeks back, and learning new technology has been a challenge. Of course, I should be doing things before the last minute, but you don't know what you don't know, or you don't know what you need until you go to need it. And so, anyway, So we're talking about fundraising with travel today. We're talking about the confusion with Cuba today. We're talking about Wi-Fi security and all of that. Anyway, so we talked a little bit about fundraising through travel, and I hope that you will take me to heart when I say I really would like to talk to you. If you have thought, if the light bulb went off and you went, oh man, I'm a part of this group or that group, and that'd be a great idea, then you can contact me by phone, 512-529-3696. I'm also on WhatsApp. If you're international, you know you're familiar with WhatsApp. WhatsApp 1-512-529-3696. My email is your YOUR bucket list BUCKETLIST Buster BUSTER at gmail.com, and we can talk about what you're looking for and what you need. We have some group trips coming up. Of course, you know about, if you've been listening, we've got Alaska coming up in June 23rd, 2020. It's not a fundraiser, but there's still time. We still have space. If you are looking to do Alaska, if it's on your bucket list, we've got a group of people going, fun group of folks going, and it's going to be so much fun. Shout out to those folks in Giddings, Texas. We've got folks in Austin, Texas. We've got folks in Panama. It's just going to be a lot of fun. So if that's on your bucket list. And then we have one for fall foliage for people that are outside the United States that want to see the East Coast. This one is going out of New York and will be going up New England and into Canada to see the fall foliage next year, September 2020. I think that's September the 8th. So you can go to New York a couple days early, go in to see one of the Broadway shows, eat lots of yummy food, and then hop on the 9-day cruise and go up through New England and eat some wonderful seafood, see the beautiful fall colors, and then come on back to New York. It'd be a great way for you to see that part of the country. And even if you're not international, but you live in the United States and you've never seen that part of the world, you know, now's the time to perhaps do this. I actually put a friend of mine on that ship recently because Norwegian Cruise Line, I don't know if you know, has what they call studios for single folks. And usually when you're cruising by yourself, you have to pay for one big old cabin. You have to pay double the price because they're built for two people, remember. And it costs a lot. It costs 200%. Anyway, so this way they have what they call studios. It's a small cabin for one person. It doesn't cost you double the price, and you get the opportunity to go. And so she's going to be on the group. Happy birthday, Debbie. Happy birthday. Today is your birthday. And it's she's going to be going with a group of her girlfriends. So it's, you know, it doesn't have to be just girls going on the trip. You can go, period. If you are guy, girl, it doesn't matter. Anyway, those are what's going on for group trips so far. And then, like I said, we're putting together some fundraiser trips for some organizations that are going to blow the organizations that they're raising money for are going to be blown out of the water because they're going to be so surprised and happy about how successful these trips have been for them. So what's happening in the news right now, and I'm talking travel news. So there's still some confusion after a couple of months about the Cuba travel policy that came out in June for Americans on whether we can or cannot travel to Cuba. Well, we all know that the cruise lines got yanked out of Cuba like ASAP, like on the way to Cuba, they got pulled out. And so now you can still go to Cuba, but under these conditions. The categories including humanitarian, religious, academic, professional meetings, and support for the Cuban people. SCP are the initials they use for that, and that one is the most popular. So professional meetings and support for the Cuban people. So there are two options when it comes